It's always interesting what happens when a sniper gets involved. Um, we started talking about a couple of quick things on the short break. Um, just for clarity's sake, I wanted to talk about things. So Matilda is firing a Crockett Arms EBR from her perch in the building at Hex's location. She got 2 marks on Hex due to failed hacking rolls, and then after a couple of attempts, beat you on a trace icon roll, which gave her the physical location for where your meat sack is. She then blind fired through the wall because she knows your exact physical location.
Okay, so I have like one super small question. Since
Sure.
my fly eye was somewhere around and she hid from it the first time, would she be able to shoot out of the window without me seeing her shoot out of the window? Or was she
Well,
shooting through her wall as well?
we will get into the location of the
Mm-hmm.
gunfire and who notices it in just a second.
Okay, okay.
Um, so the other thing is you were never able to spot her gun on her pan because she did not have the wireless for it turned on. She is a professional assassin. She's not going to leave a giant. Let me double check to see if this is forbidden. Yeah, for illegal as shit giant rifle on the Matrix for anybody to just randomly see. So the thought process is she's going to be set up wherever she is. Simple action, turn wireless on. That gives her 2 bonus dice to shoot you. Simple action, pull the trigger. Kind of like how snipers in the olden days wouldn't lift up the cover on their scopes because the reflection could give away their position, that kind of thing. Same idea here. Didn't turn the wireless on until absolutely necessary. In this case, as she knew that there was an opposing decker involved, I actually need to pull 2 dice off of that for her smart link that she did not turn on because she is trying to remove the decker's position. Which leads us into how much damage Hex is going to be taking due to being hot sim and completely unaware of the attack incoming. You don't get a defense test. Sorry. We go straight into soaking, which is, in this case, because she is using a PDS, -7, which, as we learned, was not a whole lot of defense test for our poor Hex. The page 197 has the shooting through barriers and that kind of rules, and the barrier ratings and that kind of thing. So if the target, well, let's go down to the penetrating weapons thing, where if you're using a primarily penetrating weapon like a firearm or a pointed sword, then barriers take 1 box of unresisted damage, allowing the rest to transfer to the target behind it. So I'm thinking there's about 4 barriers here. She probably shoots through a window, the roof of the building. Probably underneath that roof, there's some other kind of like ceiling, like not like a drop ceiling, like that kind of stuff, but an actual ceiling. Maybe there's an attic, or maybe there's just space in between for people to put insulation and wiring and all that other kind of things that a building is made out of. And then probably just another set of like interior walls where it's coming down on an angle, and like you guys came through the doorway, you're headed up in that hallway, and it comes through the door or the wall there. So was that 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Double checking the damages. The damage is 12. So we're at 12 plus 5 minus 4 minus 1. 17. So it looks like you're
Bro.
taking 12p.
Ouch.
Very ouch. Um,
Let's
we can talk about the specifics of that situation.
skip them past my overflow.
Yeah. Jet. Um, if you would like to go ahead and roll perception at -4.
Audio?
Audio, yes, sorry.
Sure. One sec, let me just do the math real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. And right, you can roll your drone's perception at -4 as well. I see Jet is typing. Dante, you can also, I guess, roll audio perception, but your threshold is going to be a little bit higher. So far, nobody has heard the gunshot because silencers.
Dante?
Typing.
Okay.
Dante, there might have been like a car backfire or something. Something weird. Uh, Meanwhile, inside, Larry is gonna scream a very unmanly scream as Hex's already not moving body suddenly lurches, and there is some red.
Some.
There's a good amount. We don't need like we can wait and see how this plays out as to whether or not you want to burn edge to survive. In which case, it goes from like half your head missing, just exploded off, to like through and through. But Rot and Sue, we know Larry's freaking out. What are you doing?
I'm getting a hold of Larry and getting down.
Okay.
Now, I'm sort of waiting for Hex's decision, since if it's not like half a head missing, I would like to check her vitals.
We can go with it. Looks like a shot like right through the chest.
So I would like to sort of look at her. Will she make it or not? And if she
You don't
makes
know.
it, I would like to. Okay.
I'll put it this way: that was one more than my overflow. So no matter what, it looks like I'm probably not gonna last. Not 100%, but it looks rough.
So I'm gonna grab. Oh, since she doesn't have a comlink, and she says she has it in her head, so screw that. I'm gonna drag her away from the spot that she is right now. Drag her against the wall next to the exit. Look at Sue and say, "So, are we doing
What's
this?"
the location on the van?
The van is
Oh.
coming down the street.
Do I
Can
know
we
that?
see it?
Do I know that Hex just went down?
Well, I'm texting everyone like, "Man down," or like, "Woman down, woman down."
Yeah, like the text "fuck" just came across everybody's comlink.
Apparently not mine. Mine's shut off for right now.
Oh, my normal initiative. Sorry, running that.
If
Mine's a, Mine's a 6, Bamps,
Okay.
because I'm awesome. But I also rolled it a long ass time ago.
If you want to re-roll it, I'm completely cool with you doing that because it was a long time ago, and the situation has drastically changed. You know, there are options.
Can I like possibly inhale some jazz?
I mean, I feel like dragging your friend's bleeding body is a little inopportune time to. If you want to take some
I
jazz
know.
on your turn, that's fine.
Okay, okay, I get it.
Although, what better time to get high? I could totally see Rot just going, and grabbing for the inhaler.
Yeah.
So outside, um, Jet, are you going aggro or are you waiting for him to make the first move?
Way past. Sorry. Aggro.
Okay, so you guys gotta kind of go at it. Um,
Jet says, way past business, chummer. And draws his guardian
okay.
and then fires at him.
Why is
And
this
he's
not
not
descending
there.
correctly? Weird.
So, how much pedestrian traffic is on this street?
One less.
I mean, technically not on the street, but um, there's an amount of people that are just kind of around. Um, go
Did
ahead.
none of them hear the sniper rifle and, like, flee?
No.
It's the sound of the city, man.
Yeah, like you guys were aware that like this is a tense situation. You guys knew that there was a sniper around somewhere.
Remind me not to move to fucking Krakow or whatever the fuck.
Well, you guys are on like if memory serves, the edge of like Touristville, like bad area. Gunshots aren't exactly completely uncommon. That's a really good shot though. My cat really wants to come up here, and now's not the time. So yeah, no, you have hit him. What are his damages?
It would be standard ammo,
The cheap stuff.
standard stuff. Trying to remember where. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's just 7 damage, or seven hits, and that would be -1 for AP and base of 7p.
So 12. Just cannot get this fucking bug.
Actually, that would be 14. 7 plus 7.
-2. It's net hits.
-2.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 12.
And is that gun silenced?
Yes.
All right. So slightly different situation's going to happen in just a moment with that because they don't need silencer doesn't help them not see you pull a gun on another man, but you know they may not have realized that you shot them yet. Dante, you're a little bit down the street. What's your plan of action?
Well, I'm gonna leave the noodle bar and start heading over towards Leon.
Are you doing this in a quickened pace, or are you like?
He's trying to join the chill off.
Yeah, I mean the situation
Yeah.
is definitely not chill anymore.
No, I'll run.
Okay.
I love the idea of Dante just strolling throughout this entire fucking thing, though.
Just whistling.
Yeah, oh, shit. Alright, I guess I'll draw my gun.
You are probably within like longer pistol range if you want to take shots,
What's the negative on that?
I think long is -3.
Alright. So yeah, I'll use one simple action to go towards them at a quickened pace, but not so quick that I can't take another simple action to shoot.
Sure, movement is not an action. It's just a thing.
Alright. Alright.
Is he able to take aim?
If he wants to quick draw, he can quick draw, take aim, and shoot. Or he can just ready a weapon as a normal standard action.
Is there any reason I wouldn't quick draw?
I mean, it's a dice roll. It's reaction plus the skill. It's the kind of thing that, if you critically glitch, maybe your gun goes flying off over into the water.
Gotcha.
Into the lake that is not around.
It's just into the storm drain across the street. It's the damnedest thing.
Would it be reaction plus the pistol skill?
Yes.
Sure.
Is that something that hits can be bought for?
I'm sorry? Like, what do you...
Is that which hits can be bought?
Not really, because it's like a stressful situation kind of thing.
Mm.
Unless he's got, like, a crazy amount of thing. And do you have that in a quick draw holster?
I believe I bought one.
The answer is probably yes, because there is no reason not to have a concealable quick draw holster, because it does everything you need a holster to do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's next on my shopping list.
yes, you can quick draw your gun and fire it.
So what does take aim give me?
+1 shooty dice.
And then -3 for distance?
Yep. Don't tell him, Hex. Let him deal with the trauma.
I guess now you know what's next on your shopping list, eh? Rod, rather. Gesundheit.
Yeah. I think I have like a Valkyrie module to get into my van, since the amount of people getting down lately is on the rise.
Valkyrie module? That sounds awesome. What the fuck is that?
I put you into this and it stops you from dying and heals you and stuff.
Why don't you make your entire van out of that?
It sort of has to be. I'd have to buy it, and it's a very big thing. So you'd have to, like, I guess, sit on it in the van, since you're the big one.
External seat. Just on the roof.
But since I can somehow get a smuggling compartment for a troll into my van, and it's hidden, apparently, so I don't know.
All right, so he takes a shot from the other side. He takes a shot from in front, in slow motion, because these people don't have boosted reflexes, because they're, pedestrians. People are like, "What's going?" So that'll be a thing. Meanwhile, I got good news and bad news. The bad news is Matilda doesn't know where you guys are in relation to the person she shot. Good news is that she knows where.
Leon is.
Yeah, and probably has a better shot on Jet rather than Dante, because Dante is down the street, and I find it hard to believe that a sniper would not have coverage on their teammate.
Yeah.
Can I go full defense?
You absolutely can.
And I will.
All right. So
Against a sniper rifle? I mean, as much as I want Jet to do that, that's like, how would that look? Like,
Kitty, go away.
It would look like he lifts his chin slightly as a bullet whizzes by.
I'm sorry, that's body plus.
No, you get your dodge because you know that you're in a combat situation and you can move.
Okay, so it would just be reaction plus, I guess inside Agile Defender, my agility.
You could do reaction plus intuition, or you could just spend 10 initiative to do reaction plus intuition plus agility.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
You sure?
Because I have this bullet allergy.
Yeah, that's probably very much a thing.
I can tell you from personal experience, the bullets hurt. Just saying.
Awkward silence before dice hit the table. Man. Oh, and you have combat sense.
Yeah.
So 2, 7. All right, you're a little over because its intuition is 5 plus reaction of 6 is 11 plus your agility of 5 is 16 and then plus your 2 combat sense is 18. But you
Is
got
it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did body. That was my bad.
Cheater. That's right. It doesn't
No,
matter.
just did.
You got a million hits anyways. It doesn't matter this time. Yeah, no. Leon is gonna do a thing.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, Christ.
Ninja vanish.
Yeah. Um.
Oh, I know what he's doing. He's doing the pretend dead adept power. He's just dropping it like, "Oh, you killed me."
No, he's probably got the idea that won't work again. On
Damn
you
it.
guys.
I don't think you get it, man. I've got a rival now.
So yeah, he disappears.
Like what?
Poof.
It's like in Dragon Ball stuff. He just. Whoosh.
It's called magic, dude. He just went invisible.
Yeah.
No, but I want it to be Dragon Ball.
I mean, it could
I
be
really don't.
his power level could have just exploded. But yeah, no, he has disappeared. Rot. Hex's warm
Okay.
body is being drugged by you off to the side.
Mm-hmm. How can I feel or see the van? How far is it? I wanted to get like right next to the.
It is driving down the alleyway.
Still.
Yeah, this is fractions of a second we're talking about here.
I understand. So how many turns would it take for it to come here? Like 3 seconds?
Like the end of the combat turn, basically.
Can I do anything to help Hex in any way?
I mean, if you have a
can I
trauma
even
patch, you can drop a trauma patch. You could do some first aid stuff. You could go through her pockets for loose change.
I want to try to do some first aid stuff before the van gets here.
Sure.
Do I need my turn to just hand him my trauma patch?
No. Like, you guys are kind of in your own little world right here, because I'm not shooting at you right now.
Trauma patch is a first aid thingy?
No, trauma patch just automatically stabilizes somebody.
Okay. Now, OOC. Hex, do you want to be stabilized? Or
Who knows?
damn it.
She can't tell you. She's bleeding out.
Okay, so
This is
I
the
guess
drama
I'll
of
take...
the situation. This is why we play these games, to find out what our...
Come on, man. Come on.
I'm gonna trauma patch her.
Okay.
I don't know if Washington has I guess UCS has a Good Samaritan law, but just remember, Good Samaritan law. If what you're doing is reasonable to aid someone, first aid-wise, to medically aid them in an emergency, if they're unconscious, it is considered consent.
And for the record, I was standing my ground.
As I pull a gun and shoot a man.
That's good Samaritan. There's a sniper somewhere. He's her spotter.
Okay, so I'm gonna trauma patch her and I don't know, just wait for the van, I guess.
Sure.
And my drone would like to see her again, maybe? I don't know.
Sure, you could roll. There's been another gunshot. You can roll another perception test, and I'll roll another sneaking test. So
With
are
the 9 dice? I mean, full
Yeah.
9 dice?
Yeah, you can have it at the 9 dice because you're trying to find wherever she is. You're not like before it was like if as a product of her shooting.
Damn it.
No idea.
Nope.
Damn this thing.
Damn.
Somewhere there's a tiny girl with a big gun putting bullets into you people. Man, she's actually supposed to have way more sneaking dice than that. Whoops.
Bullet. Just one bullet.
Oh, yeah. One shot, one kill. Let me add Larry because I don't want to forget about Larry. I'll just leave him at the end. So yeah, no, you guys are there. Sue, are you doing anything, or are you just assisting with the first aid?
I was waiting on the van.
Okay, van will arrive at the end of the combat turn. Do you want to just hold your action?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll a dice for Larry. Let's see how Larry's doing.
He's doing great. He found the courage inside him.
Yeah, I've been
That's not
talking to him
bad.
the whole time.
I mean, let's not call it courage. Let's call it outright shock and horror of like, oh God, what's going on? And it not fully processing yet for him. Because that seems like more in his, like he's not, oh God, everything's horrible, running out the door, trying to flee. But he's not exactly helpful.
Bamce,
Yes.
this guy's a gangster.
Yeah, he's also incompetent, remember?
He's also not a
Yeah.
foot soldier.
Yeah.
He's also Larry.
I mean, his thought process right now is probably like, "Oh God, that could have been me." As you know,
His second thought was, oh man, I was about to seal the deal on her.
Oh God.
Coming back up for pass number 2, Dante.
I'm just gonna keep advancing.
Do you want to go ahead and roll your? I think it's logic plus willpower. Intuition plus logic. This is just to see if you resist the spell as he goes invisible.
Oh, well, I don't have 9 dice to roll, so.
It's limited by the force of his spell.
Oh, okay.
Double check the force. All right. So you don't see him. You could take shots at where you think he might be, towards where all of these people are kind of beginning to freak out. You could try and find something another way of locating him. You could get on your bike and GTFO.
You have like a sensor thingy, right?
I thought he had thermo contact or something.
Thermo doesn't help. If he had, do you have ultrasound?
Yeah, he sort of had ultrasound. I remember him.
Yeah, but on my ballistic mask, which I would not have been wearing to that meeting.
Okay.
Would you have had it like in your pocket or something?
Probably on my bike.
Yeah, you can go over to your bike and you can get that suited up if you want.
In like a million past turns.
No, it'd only take like the one because his bike was. Remember, he was walking down the thing and his bike was kind of coming down. He only got a couple of steps down the street before pulling the trigger, so he could divert, go left because he has a million agility, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And go over to his bike. He can spend like basically this combat turn digging his mask out
Okay.
and putting it on, and we'll see.
I'll
If
do that.
next turn you
Can like this trauma patching him hex actually cost me all of my thingies?
what else did you want to do?
Dress up. I have also like a ballistic mask and just putting it on or something.
Uh, sure, you could totally like drag her over and then mask up.
Armor up. Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
so, the unfortunate news is Jet's full defense has dropped and below Matilda on her second go around.
But it might just give me a fighting chance.
I mean, the good news is your full defense is still in effect because it lasts for the entirety of the
Yep.
thing. Combat turn.
Yeah.
That's still a lot of hits.
It is.
But it's equal to my hits.
You have to roll a new defense test.
Yeah.
Does it last the...
You get the
Am I
bonus.
still on?
You get the bonus dice from going full defense, but you're being shot again, so you must roll
Okay.
a new thing at minus an additional 1.
So the bonus dice would be...
Reaction, intuition, combat sense, agility.
Oh, okay, cool.
Minus 1.
Just add all of your numbers. Every single number you have there, apparently.
And it should be 18, right?
It's 17
Base.
because you're yes.
Yeah.
She's almost as good at shooting at you as you are at not being shot. The suspense. Oh, wow.
Damn. Just
Can't
Damn.
shoot these sweet flips, baby.
Go, Jet. You just stopped the bullet with your hand.
yeah, we got some Neo Matrix beginning to believe shit going on here.
Whoa.
I've never seen anyone move like that.
So, Jet, it's your turn now.
Okay. I am going to take out a flashbang and toss it over to where I last saw Leo.
Which was
And
like right in
then-
front of you.
Yeah. And then book it to the other side of the alleyway. And then detonate it
And
wirelessly.
then never tell all the people around you that they're gonna be blinded and stunned.
There are worse things.
There are definitely things. Okay, so you drop a flashbang basically at your feet because you guys were just having a pleasant conversation, and then a gunfight broke out. Assholes.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah, it's the worst.
I am moving 20 meters.
Yeah, I'm trying to think on what Leon is gonna do.
He's probably panicking and running away, screaming like a little girl.
You will see.
I would
Go ahead.
Sorry? I would prefer that he just stands there dumbfounded.
Oh no. I know what I would do, but let me see if he knows what he would do. Okay. You see the door to the club open and close.
Okay. Can I pick up and disarm my flashbang?
I mean, if you wanna use your next turn, whatever that may happen to be.
So poor people.
Okay, is there anywhere that I can take cover?
Yeah, there's like cars or something on the side, not on the sidewalk, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If there were anyone who might have an interest in the fact that it would be nice to let them know.
Sorry,
You
you
Interest
broke
in
up.
what?
you broke up at the perfect time there, of asking if anyone would have the
Mm.
interest.
In an assassin that entered a certain building.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
you could
mean,
share.
I was going to.
Cool.
I was going to text status and then Leon in building.
Perfect. So we all me and Rot and me, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And Larry.
Alright. Is Larry on our like friends and family plan or whatever?
That's up to you. Do you guys want to bring him with you?
I'm gonna say Hex died, sort of maybe because of him. So at least I want to have him near for something, be it interrogation or stuff,
Okay.
price paying,
So
money.
the van pulls up outside, and you guys start loading up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dante, it is your go.
I'll probably try to chase in the honeypot after Leon, or what I assume was Leon.
Sure. Um, in
With
that, go ahead.
and kick on my ultrasound as I'm walking in.
Sure. Um,
And immediately as I get into the van, I don't even get to the driver's seat. I just fall down on the ground and jump full into the van, like
okay.
jump
So
in.
so loading up two people, one of which is in a state of quasi being. Um,
No, as soon as like we get into the van, like I
okay.
just slump to the ground.
Well, the
So,
unfortunate thing is we're out of initiative, so we can wrap this up real quick. Um,
mm,
if you want to go ahead and roll initiative for you, I will roll initiative for Matilda, and we will see what happens.
like Matrix Initiative.
No, like your physical initiative,
Damn,
because
that's not a whole lot.
you're not hot sim yet. Oh, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, that's
I only
I don't have that much.
well, let's talk about things you can do here. Um, you do have edge,
That
right?
was a lot, but
You do have edge.
yes.
You can spend a point of edge to
Hmm.
get 5d6 instead of 1d6. You can spend
Oh
a
right, or I can go first, just
yes,
like that.
yes. Would you like to spend a point of
Uh,
edge to do either of those things?
yes, of course. Yes, I would like to either. No, I would actually probably like to go first.
Okay. You are going first. You are. Well, what are you doing? It is your turn.
So if I jump to the van, that's like a simple action.
Jumping in, I believe, is complex.
So I can just jump in and that's it.
You'll be. You can reroll your initiative as per your.
I understand, but that would mean that if she's shooting the van, I could possibly dodge it with my control rig bonuses and everything.
Not in this situation because the van is a stop.
Mm-hmm.
She would get
I
a free shot
understand.
on the van, but the good news is that the van is tough.
I have a
It
question about
is.
this initiative thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can I do that thing to get an extra 4d6 and then hold my action?
If you wanted to, sure.
So
I
I'm
do.
rolling the Matrix initiative, right?
If you are getting in and going hot sim, yes, that is.
Oh my god, should I? I don't know. I mean, she's gonna get a free shot either way.
Well, then better start off in an optimal position your next turn.
mm, okay, so I'm just gonna say to Sue before I black out to get Larry into the smuggling compartment because it's a human-sized smuggling compartment. Just maybe it's another barrier of some sort.
I will take care of this. Get the van moving away from the clubs. The moment I see that door open, everything's going boom.
and I'm getting to start my turn in the optimal position.
Did you
So
guys
rolling-
leave Hex?
I assume
I
that
thought
they tried.
Rock.
No.
It is my understanding that all 4 of them are in the back of the van.
Okay, good. Because otherwise there'd be issues.
Sue, are you doing anything because you did beat her out in her initiative roll?
As
Oh,
the van is
God damn
pulling
it.
away from the door, I am basically prepping the biggest stun ball I can target at the door.
At the
I
door
don't
to
know if I need to
the club.
ascend. Yeah, do I need to ascend to be able to target this at him? Because he's invisible.
You would. Well, here's what would happen. Like if he were to step out there right now, you would roll to resist the invisibility spell.
Okay.
If you beat the invisibility spell, you could hit him fine. You could also get because it's a direct spell, and I don't think that you guys ran out that back door in a situation where you closed it behind you. It's not even like the door opening would be there. If you were sensing, you could target him just fine. But it is a simple action to switch your vision from normal to a sensing.
Okay.
That doesn't keep
yeah,
you
I don't
from
know.
holding the other simple action that you have, and you could always recklessly cast a giant stun ball. But
Well, that's a little bit anticlimactic since the stun ball will not blow the thing up.
Well, how far? Basically, I want to figure out how far away the van can get from the door, and then, assuming that is force 12 or less away from me, I just want to nuke the dude. So if
Okay.
I need to ascend first to be able to do that, or
a sensing would guarantee that you could see him if he was coming out the door.
let's do that.
Okay, so you have a simple action remaining. Matilda will do a thing, and then
I will resist.
So the way I'm imagining this is like the van has double doors on the back, right?
probably.
Mm.
I'm imagining like one of them closed and nice.
I mean, you didn't need to roll, but damn,
What a waste.
right?
Nice.
It's part of the
I
strategy.
know everything.
Like all success you can get.
Do I know
Unfortunately, you're in
Adrenaline.
a-
fears and everything now? Like,
Adrenaline awareness.
You're unfortunately in a filthy strip club, so maybe you see too much.
yeah. Do I go mad from the revelation?
This isn't like Cthulhu.
So how do I just resist, right? Since it's
Yep.
not like a dodgy thing.
It is your vehicle is not currently moving, so
So it's a body plus armor.
-7.
-7. So it's 30 minus 7, so it's 23. Please don't fail me, Van.
And I love that you ruined your initiative. Well, didn't like ruin, but there you go. Your van takes 5 boxes of physical damage.
Yeah,
You
could have
can
been
edge that.
better.
You can edge that if you wish.
Could have been worse.
I have
Could have
like
been you.
4 edge. Did I lose? Yeah, I used one of it. Yeah, I'm gonna probably want to edge that.
Okay.
So I have like
She is
12
going to have
dice
another
left.
shot before you can get out of there.
Shit, that. So it's better for me not to be shot. Yeah, 12 dice, right? Am I counting correctly? I think so. Okay. Guess.
Yeah. So you take 1 boxes of speed hole. I like the scene of like you guys are in the background and Sue is putting Larry into the hole or like telling him what to do, and then like a single beam of bright light just comes in through the ceiling as you guys hear a.
The concrete on the other side kind of just like explodes.
Yep. Uh, Sue, I imagine you're just continuing to hold your action on the next go around.
Yeah, until I see something come through that door.
All right. Good news is you now have a complex action that you can instead of a simple, so you don't have to reckless cast anymore. Uh, and if you want to go ahead and roll your pilot groundcraft to attempt to not have your car shot again.
I can dodge now?
Yep, because now like you're in and you're like, all right, go, 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 go.
Okay.
As much as I would love to just continue to pound your car.
So 16. So it's
Right.
like that's 8 plus 8 plus 2.
Sounds
So
about right.
it's 16, 18. Okay. You will never get me.
Trick glitch.
Never.
All right, so wheels spin, freaking out. You guys,
It's a van, so it's a weird situation since van aren't supposed to start like that.
yeah, no, it's not healthy for the van, but you know, you got this.
Fuck. Yeah.
Uh, Dante and Jet were going into the club, or just Dante?
Jet took cover. I think Dante's going in the club.
Okay. Would Jet follow Dante into the club, or
Jet would probably go to the back entrance, try
Okay.
and catch him there.
so you head towards the back entrance? Do you want to go ahead and roll me like a sneaking test?
Sure.
Because there is somebody that may be trying to murder you, looking for you.
Oh, he didn't enter the club. He just opened and closed the door and is now waiting.
I mean, he totally didn't go into the club, but uh, there's still a small girl with a sniper rifle somewhere.
Ah.
Ruh-roh.
Right. The good news is she loses dice because there's like buildings in the way and stuff.
Well, she like murdered half of the team
She shot one person and shot at other people.
Wait,
and
no, that's fine. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're
Well,
fine.
Hex is easily half of the team.
She's the heart and soul.
She's at least the most merchandisable.
Right? Nice.
She's got that otaku thing going for her. Um, and Dante, you're in the club. You want to go ahead and roll your perception test? Because people do not react well to a man wielding a gun and a mask coming barging in the front door.
Weird.
Yeah, funny how that works.
Yeah, it happens.
So you don't see anybody that is like matching Leon's like basic description. You know, there's no trench coat flapping in the wind or anything along those lines. Nobody running towards the back door. Um, some people are reacting negatively to the sound of gunshots outside, and now you barging in with a gun drawn. Do you want to do anything about that, or
I'll take a quick cursory glance. When I don't see anything, I'll just about face.
okay?
Can
roll me
Jet
hits real quick. Okay. You do not see the hostess that was totally ratting you out.
can Jet roll a perception audio test?
Sure. You can give it a shot.
Cool.
Try and listen for this guy to see where he may be.
At this point, I think I'm just gonna get in my bike and get out of there.
Probably not a bad idea.
And can I try and go towards my bike as well?
Yeah, you picked up your party favor you left on the ground.
Okay.
And then it explodes.
Haha.
I was gonna blow it one way or another, like if I didn't get it.
So, like you, in the fancy bullet time, there was the sound of the opening and the closing, and then you recall hearing this. Not recall. You hear the sounds of something scraping on the roof. And then
Oh, nice.
yeah, he totally opened and closed the door, and then levitated himself onto the roof.
What's the penalties for blind fire?
So, -6 if you have an idea of where he is. The roof is a large spot.
Do I have an idea where he is?
Not really. You're in a van hurtling down the street, fleeing sniper fire.
We were still looking out the back door, waiting to see him
Yeah,
with my magical.
he didn't like make himself a target. He got up onto the
Plus,
roof.
I drove away really quickly.
I mean, I could keep shooting your van if you want.
Now, I don't want that, but Sue, yeah, he doesn't want that either. No one wants that.
Nah.
Jet is going to throw his his acquired flashbang onto the roof.
Sure. You want to go ahead and give me a throwing test?
Naturally.
I was thinking, like, you're saying, like, Jet is gonna throw the caution to the wind.
I mean, he
That's
kind
his
of
whole
is.
that's his whole thing.
Fuck.
So you got it on target. Let's see if your target. Can you go ahead and roll me edge real quick, and we'll see how
Sure.
on target your on target was. Because you're just kind of like lobbing it up there.
Oof.
Okay.
Not about Larry. It's about the man who went down.
Oh.
Okay. And that sounds like a good time to call it for this week.
Cool.
Hex, I will talk to you in just a moment, because this way we can have suspense going for a week, and it'll be totally great.
Awesome.
Shoes on the other foot now, huh, Hex?
It is. It is.
Drink it in, yo.
Slowly considering things, and I think
No. That's fine.
Okay, so I guess next adventure is either my or Sue's turn, or Dante's.
Dude, I was about to go down, like, now.
It sort of looks like someone's doing something, certainly, about the role we're not supposed to worry about.
So, for clarity, that roll was I rolled to soak that flashbang. It wasn't enough damage, even if that did hit him, to knock him out.
At least gave him a scare, maybe.
Yeah, like he knows that you knew which direction he went, because earlier I rolled like 7 dice. Because when I said like I know what I would do, and I would fake you out, because clearly this is a situation where like kind of like earlier, he's like, all right, we're gonna take the shot at this guy to collect, but we're not gonna risk our lives for it. So they now know that you guys are involved. You guys now know that they are involved. They're gonna do.
It's
some
gonna be like
vicious-
It's gonna be like Asterix and Obelix and the pirates, like always meeting in the middle of the sea.
something like that.
I like it.
They we've kind of established their relationship with you guys more because Leon didn't take the like you guys were on the street and you went aggro on him first as opposed to him doing anything to you. Meanwhile, somebody was hacking somebody else's gear and doing stuff to it, and she got pissed about that. So she reached out and touched someone in return. Um, so we've kind of established their relationship and their personalities a little bit more, which is good. Um,
And we're supposed to be hunting Gordo Crunch, and yeah.
I mean,
Are we though?
there was time at the beginning if you guys wanted to do that. We could have gone down.
I know, but it's like we were supposed to fight him, and now we got ourselves new enemies. So
I don't know if I would.
Life, baby.
We can have more than one enemy.
I'm only 10 and I have
Like-
2 arch rivals.
4 is, and 2 of them being like legendary criminals. Oh, and although they do not know that.
Yeah,
So.
they're not our rivals, and I'm pretty sure that Leon and Jet now have a thing going, which is fantastic.
So it's an interesting situation that we find ourselves in because like this is 100% fallout from your previous run. Like you guys flick the nose of an organization, and now like they're not exactly on a manhunt for you because it's like it's just Shadowrunners doing a job, but we can't we lose too much respect if we don't at least make the attempt at something. And now that you guys have survived the initial interaction because the hostess was scoping you guys out because she's like, wait a minute. And Larry is not a subtle person. And when he does business out of a place over and over, it's easy for somebody to come in and be like, yo, when you see this guy come in, let me know. And Larry's the kind of asshole who would probably have made a pass at her, and she doesn't really realize that it's a straight-up hitman situation. So we kind of, I foreshadowed the shit out of her checking you guys out and stuff. And then there was more shady things when you guys went out to get a drink, and I believe in the initial call, Larry said people were after him.
Nope.
I didn't. Sorry, that might be my bad.
We'll be able to check it anyway, but it was like foreshadowed very, very heavily.
Strongly
Oh, yeah.
implied, if not said. I got that from it.
Okay. So he's not exactly a subtle person, as we've kind of set up over the past couple of games. So it's easy for Leon and Matilda to be in the general area and to within 15 to 20 minutes get into some kind of position. So they take the shot at him, but it didn't work out. So like, what, we'll regroup. We'll come at this in a different situation because now we know that there is a number of other elements. Like they tried to, hey, you don't need him. I can help you out here. Like, this is just business. It doesn't have to be anything personal. We can handle this like professionals. I'll get you some better work. He's a sleazeball. And you guys were like, no. For as much as we hate Larry, we're going to do right by him. Which is heartwarming for me. I'll have you guys know.
Now, though.
Well, Hex is down, but my thinking was just that he paid us first. So getting him out was the job.
I mean, yeah, if you consider 3,000 million payment, then yeah, that's one way of looking at it.
And no one picked up the new yen, so it's left on the table.
Some stripper is gonna have a very good night.
I got the impression we agreed to it.
Yeah, no,
I know, it's joking.
no, and that's fine. Like you guys were like, all right, there's a certain amount of street cred and street reputation that's going on here. Not
Plus, he actually did right by us. He gave us like a bonus, and every job that was supposed to go well went. So it's not like exactly a bad relationship.
Right. And it's just funny that I remember you guys talking in the Discord chat about how much like he's a ski ball, and it's like, man. But
Well, that's why I hesitated when he actually Leon actually offered the job. But then Hex went down, and I was like, well, they're actually shooting at us, so we're not going to start talking to them now.
to be fair, you guys started it. You started it on both fronts. You hacked her first, and you took shots at Leon first.
That's also true.
Half of Duchess took out one of our team members. You're not going to let that. You don't let that slide.
This is true.
Yeah. Hacking a thing and killing a person are a little different, and I think that little countdown deal that he was doing was an overt threat.
It was one of those things. Like in his mind, it wasn't necessarily a threat. It was, I know your people are moving towards the back door. I can't stand here and be stalled when there's a job to be done. So it's like I need an answer by now, or I have to rescind the offer.
But of course, I took that as him basically giving me a countdown before everything went to hell.
Yeah, and which is fine, because that's totally a legitimate interpretation underneath the situation. And I think you only rolled like 2 hits on the judge intentions. I don't know if I rolled a composure or anything to oppose that, but it was like he is being truthful, and he would have set you up with a guy. Which, by the way, was one of my favorite things with the Vinny interrogation, when you had the analyzed truth on him, and he's like, I'm going to find you and I'm going to beat you to death. It's like, yo, he's being truthful. He fully intends to do that.
Well, yeah. Now, though, now that we got him out, Larry might lose his golden boys.
I mean, there's a lot of things that we can... Like, we had our little interesting combat situation where you guys were on the back foot for the first time, which is great. And we had a nice little interesting social situations. And now you guys have a couple of days, because Leon and Matilda are going to continue to follow up on this bounty, to try and figure out what's going to make it right. And if you guys can get the bounty rescinded, as long as they're not like in the process of murdering him, they'll stop.
Yeah.
So we actually have some planning to do. Awesome.
Yeah. And I totally forgot something. I was basically all set to kill myself over a fucking stun ball.
I mean, it wouldn't have killed you. It'd have done a lot of damage, but
it could have.
yeah, but we're going to assume that like that would be taking 0 hit, getting
Right,
0 hits
that
to
it would-
resist your drain, and then edging it presumably, and still not getting any hits.
What I forgot was that when we respect way back in the beginning, I don't have stun ball anymore.
Oh, that would have been the perfect thing. Like, you're aiming, like extending your arm, there's like poof. Nothing happens.
It's bolt, so I actually cannot kill myself with it.
That's good.
That's an encouraging thought. But you, the situation you were talking about, like blowing this stuff up, I would actually pick up one of those spells. Just one of them.
Just in case.
Yeah, you
just
might
in
want to
case.
invest in some more combat-oriented spells.
No,
you know?
I wanted
no.
to look through like stuff that can attack devices or like a sleep type. Although stun bolt is pretty much sleep, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is like your direct knock somebody unconscious as quick as possible spell.
I saw a lot of encouragement in the like magician section to have at least one like an area-oriented indirect combat spell to cast at force 12, because when a magician casts any kind of spell, he reveals himself. So that pretty much needs to be the last spell he casts, because presumably next turn everyone's shooting at him. So
Right.
you need to.
The difficulty is that if I cast an indirect combat spell at force 12, how many of you guys are going to be caught in that blast?
Well, presumably if you have to do it, either you're going to be dead next turn, or we already are, or you're casting it somewhere where maybe we can carry you out if it happens. But not having a spell like that and having it and not needing to use it is two different things.
There's also the problem where I don't kill people.
Well, I mean, the whole stun whatever. I mean, there's a lot of good combat spells that don't involve mortal damage,
Right.
and not even any kind of damage. So
I was thinking of Opium Den, actually.
I don't see how poppies are going to solve a combat situation.
You're not using enough of them.
You could go. You're in the mind control stuff, so you could probably go with mass control something. As a way of.
The other thing is, I have a manipulation spec, so anything in that is going to get me another half a hit.
So
Okay, so anyway, you figure that out, but you need something in case we are not there to directly help you at the moment.
We kind of get into dangerous situations a lot.
Yeah, and plus you might think about buying off that not killing part, since since we're getting in a lot more dangerous situations and we are dying. So
I like it. I think that's actually a really cool thing to have to deal with.
Yeah, I want to keep it.
So
okay,
let me wrap this up. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I'm gonna go talk to Hex real quick, and we'll just kind of leave that float for now and see how you guys are.
Sorry, Hex.
That's all right.
That was your own fault, but sorry.
All right.
Like I said, stuff happens. It's all right.
Have fun putting our stomachs into knots.
Wonderful. Thanks, guys.